何かおかしい。いや、つかめてもいない。まさか。俺が何をするのかは予測できなかったな。
New month, new chapter of JOJOlands. You already know how this is. And this time around, we've gotten a few confirmations on some things that we were already expecting. I might have missed last month's chapter, but I'm on the ball with this one. Hi guys, I'm Beifan, and let's just start from the top in dissecting chapter 4 of JOJOlands versus Kishibe Rohan. And we pick off exactly where we left off in chapter 3, with JoJo warning everyone on the inside that Rohan's coming in. Because he now knows that Rohan's no dumbass, that he knows that some shit is going down. Which leads to us seeing the main group just be completely trapped by this string stand. This is one malicious fucking cat who wants to put money on this stray cat being some sort of rock animal. It's not too far out of the realm of possibility. And we get much more insight on how the actual stand works and how it feels. They say that it's like an organic string, but it acts as though it's like stainless steel. It's kind of really familiar to, you know, another stand. But regardless, it does a fantastic job incapacitating Paco and Dragona. Yeah, and it doesn't really help that Usagi is quite a bit of a dumbass. They ask for the scissors, you're the only guy that has the scissors, how the fuck are you gonna be confused about that? But we also gotta give Usagi props because he's also the guy that figured out that the cat is probably the stand user. So how do our thieves get out of this situation? In Dragona's case, he uses smooth operators to actually move his thumb in a position where he can actually slide out of the band, showing us that this isn't something that's just limited to using it on other people. It's something that can really help out to get out of sticky situations like these. But I would say probably the most interesting stand that we see this time around is Paco's with the hustle. His precise muscle control isn't something that we've seen in JoJo for quite a while, and when I say this, I mean that it's really reminiscent of like part 2's Pillarman. The way that he can actually manipulate the shape and make it do things that humans would never be able to do. Vibrating the blade between the muscles in his leg to cut the wire is one of the most creative uses of a stand that we've seen in a while. And it really begs the question on how far can he manipulate his body to do these feats? Because maybe there's a possibility for him to actually go full Pillarman, stretching and easing his way into small crevices and being able to do sneak attacks and things like that. This is then all followed up with an interesting thing that happens. The diamond falls out of the backpack it was being stored in, completely unprompted and without reason. And when Dragona goes in to pick it up themselves, they're greeted by none other than Rohan. And as expected, Rohan completely wrecks shop. It's a 1v3 and they never stood a goddamn chance. Here's where a few things are confirmed. Number 1, this motherfucker still has Heaven's Door, meaning that anyone that gets in his range pretty much gets one shot. Number 2, he's definitely not the same Rohan that we've met in the past because he doesn't even recognize the name Joestar when he encounters Dragona. Doesn't even make him flinch for a second. So the possibility of him being original universe Rohan really isn't in the numbers. And number 3, there's something up with that diamond. We know this because the only thing Rohan cares about once he encounters them is what do they know about this specific diamond? What's the reason they're going for it? He even relaxes once he reads on all of them that they're just in it for the money, meaning that this diamond is definitely worth something to probably, you know, the rock humans. My best guess is that this diamond might be the MacGuffin for this part. It might be like the red stone in part 2. We'll just have to wait and see, but I think there might be some real importance to this diamond that we just can't see yet. There's that and the fact that you can't even hold on to the diamond if you even catch it, which also spurs on a whole different conversation on its own. Is Araki piggybacking off of Wonder of You with something that you can't really attain? Is it a separate stand or does it have a certain stand power attributed to it? We still don't know. But to circle back around to the fight, we see Rohan basically finish everyone off one-on-one again. We see a little bit more of the hustle's ability as he sneaks up into one of the vents to actually sneak up on Rohan. Everyone essentially falls to him and he learns about the entire organization. This is the moment that I think Araki was talking about at the end of chapter 1, where they encounter someone that they just had no power to beat. And if it's not exactly in this moment, then it's gonna have to be something with like the cat coming in for another sneak attack to just completely blindside Rohan. Definitely not out of the realm of possibility, but I think this was the main thing that was promised. I mean, the chapter was even called Versus Rohan. And now we just have to see how everything unfolds from here. Is the theory about Rohan joining the gang gonna be valid? I think it's kind of weird, but that's definitely a route they can still take. What I mostly expect to happen here is that Rohan's gonna try and use them to infiltrate their own organization. Maybe by offering them a bigger reward because, you know, mangakas are just made out of money. But I still have strong inclinations that Rohan's gonna be a big ally in this part. Maybe taking up that tenured mentor figure that most groups have in JoJo. We'll see in probably like the next 2 to 3 chapters. So with this, what did y'all think about the chapter? Was there something I missed or something that you guys really wanted to talk about that I didn't even mention? Please let me know down in the comments below. As always, I was Bayfond, and I'll see you guys on the next chapter. Peace.